the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand, though I'm the king. If you touch my hand, Mike, I'm the king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune.
Well, we've got Pete Sarsgaard looking in the park there. I better put the shades on so I can, hoover in with you, as they say. Now, are you well?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking the part there. Yeah. Well, actually, Pete and I have done a few gigs together, and it's quite funny when they're lining up to get their pictures done with you. But we will be playing a backing track, so you can actually sing along a little bit later on.
So they say.
Man. One of my heroes.
Yeah, one of mine. I should love him. Roy Orbison and Chuck and, Little Richard, Johnny Cash. I hear the train coming, that one. And, and I was very fortunate, actually, way back in the day of 1989, which seems like 100 years ago now. I was down in Memphis, went to Memphis, the Elvis's place, and I actually went fortunate to go and see Sun Studios.
You went there?
I went there, and the guy I was hanging out with, this crew of couple of coppers and DJs down in Memphis I made friends with at the time. I was only there a week, and they took me down there and it was closed, and I said, but this is crazy, and they said they had a word with the guy and he let me in the studios on my own, in the Sun Studios, where all these legends performed and recorded all their songs with Sam Phillips.
And don't they have footmarks where Elvis stood?
It's absolutely true, yeah. There's an X here and X there and stuff. And, of course, I stood in the room there and...
on the footmarks, yeah?
Sang a few songs and got the vibe in that. It was quite spooky, actually.
So did you always want to be a performer and dress up like somebody?
Well, I don't mind dressing up. It depends where it is, darling. But I mean,
you could have done a Danny LaRue, couldn't you?
It could have been that. But I mean, I was always a rock and roll singer in bands for years. From a young age at 13. And as for the Elvis thing, it was always some point in the future, later on in life, and making some more money, I suppose, really. But I mean, and I enjoy doing it. It's a great privilege to do Elvis.
But you didn't do it just for the money, did you?
No, I think obviously I had a little bit of ability to sound a bit like Elvis. There's lots out there doing the impersonation show of Elvis, but a lot of them think they're Elvis, and there's only one Elvis.
And that's you.
And that's not me. I mean, it's. It's been a long career of nearly 36 years, singing in clubs and cruises and shows all over the world. But I mean, doing Elvis for the last 15 years as a show, it's been fantastic. It's taken us all over the world.
We're coming up to Christmas, busy time for you.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, lots of shows, and there's a lot of corporate shows. Where they want Elvis for half an hour, 20 minutes or whatever, and that's fun doing that. There's a lot of individuals out there that their mum and dad loves Elvis and they get private parties, this sort of thing, and me and you will probably do some shows together, which would be fun.
Yeah, I remember the first show we did together, and Davro was the headliner.
Yes, my friend Bobby Davro.
Yeah, no, he was. I thought he was just so funny. This guy, I don't know if I told you, a guy came over to me afterwards and he said, "You've really enjoyed yourself tonight, haven't you?" I went, "Yeah, it was good," because you were doing your Elvis, Bobby was being Bobby Davro, and I was being me, and he said, "No," he said, I was watching you more than Davro." He said, "Because you just kept laughing." I went, "Well, he was funny." That's I mean, he had me in fits. What was the first gig you ever did?
I worked as about a 16-year-old at a wood machine factory making pictures frames for Harrods and this company in Camberley, and then they had a Christmas function, and there was a trio there at this place called Frimley Hotel. It's not there anymore, and I said, "Oh, can I sing a song? I want to sing a song." So I got up and sang, "Are you lonesome tonight, or do you miss me tonight?" And I was petrified, walking up and down the hallway there before I went on, but it worked, and they seemed to like it. And there was a friend of mine who worked at the factory. He used to play in bands and stuff, and I said to him, "I'm really nervous." He said, "All you need to do is just look above their heads. Just look above the heads, don't look at them directly, and then you'll be fine," which I did, and then I still use that now, when I go and do shows, it's quite nerve-wracking, that point of going out into this, like, sort of gladiators ring, you're thrown to the lions, now perform, I used to go out and do shows where I was backstage with the band, and we would run for the number, "Only the lonely," and it's, "Oh, great, it's great," and I walk out and I go, "Yeah, only the lonely, were the way I feel Still tonight. And I'd go, he's terrible. And the audience would go, get him off. I said, hold on, there's something wrong with the microphone. It's you. And can we just start that again? And then, of course, only the Lone start singing. It's mucking about, having fun, and making a bit of a variety of the show, rather just churning songs out one after the other,
Do you know the track Tomorrow Never Comes?
Yes, I love that track.
Shame I haven't got it with me, but it is a wonderful Elvis track.
Yes, a great song. I've been listening to that recently, actually. Oh, tomorrow will never come. Oh, tomorrow will never come. In fact, actually, that song was... thank you very much.
I'll give you a little
that song was actually... Elvis wanted the song... This is the story, supposedly, about it. He wanted a song that sounded like one of the Roy Orbison songs. Just running scared. And that sort of crescendo build-up, dun, da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, oh, tomorrow, the big build-up song, and that's what they came out with.
So which Elvis would you put yourself down as? The younger Elvis, the one in the middle? I'd say the one in the middle, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I think, it's really strange, actually, because there's obviously a lot of Elvis impersonators of the world. Trent Carlini, there's Bill Cherry.
Who do different sections.
Do sort of different sections, but the tone, it could be an octave higher or whatever, slightly on the voice. Ben Portsmouth, there's my mate Pete Storm is really good. Looks like Elvis big time, this is just a wig and a face, make-believe face I'm wearing.
No, but you're not wearing a wig, are you?
No, it's real hair and real sideburns.
Real
and everything.
thing.
It's the real deal. But the thing is, I'm a showman. I'm a cabaret singer, and I love doing Elvis. It's fun, but there's some real good guys out there that do Elvis as a show, and they all do different types of Elvis in the tone of the voice. I found an old piece of video of me in 1992 in Germany. There was an Elvis tribute guy there, a guy called Mike Albert, and I was with a French guy, a promoter, who advertised in the Elvis Presley fan club magazine, which I think is still going, this tribute concert in Germany, in Kaiserslautern. So I contacted him. He came to England on a business trip where we met up, had a chat, and he invited me to Germany to the press conference. And who was there? J.D. Sumner and the Stamps, the Jordanaires, Kathy Westmoreland, John Wilkerson, the rhythm guitarist, backstage with these individuals, along with Cheryl Nielsen. It was just unbelievable to be amongst these people that worked with Elvis for all those years and be in the dressing room talking to these individuals, about Elvis. And it was like, to me, meeting Elvis. And I had the privilege of going on stage at the end of the last couple of songs of this concert to about 10,000 individuals and singing with these individuals and JD and everybody. That was a moment for me.
We're talking about your suit, which is fabulous. And
Thank you
we're
very
all
much.
Admiring it here.
Yes.
Where did you get that made?
From America. They're all made in America. B&K, which is off the original patterns of Elvis's suits. Individuals, they managed to buy the rights to it way back in the 80s, and he was designing suits, this guy, I should know their names, and then it's an enterprise now. They sell it all over the world, and they're really actually from the original patterns and designers of Elvis's suits, which is quite incredible, really. You're actually buying something that was Elvis. There was a lot of suits out there. When I went to Graceland, you could see a lot of the suits on display, and they're all in cabinets now. When I first went there back in '89, you could actually lean across and touch them. They're all open.
Have you got the boots on and everything?
I've got the boots, yeah.
Do you want to give us a tour? People in Radio Land won't be able to see. God, you do look the part. But on our cameras, we can certainly. But how long does it take you to get ready? I noticed you got ready very quickly today. I suppose this is years of practice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's because you're used to doing it. I suppose, as you say, it's and you'd have a show and someone would turn around and say, "You're on now," and then you have to get dressed within 5 minutes. But I'm always on the mark anyway because I enjoy doing it. And it's all about having fun and choosing the right songs that everybody really remembers. All the songs. You got Return to Sender, Suspicious Minds, and American Trilogy was a great song. I love singing that song. Cannot Fall in Love. There's so many great songs, but there is a lot of songs that a lot of the fans would know, but not necessarily most people. So you've got to be careful what you choose on the show to make sure that it keeps a good continuity through and make it a performance. know. Otherwise, yes, I'm going to sing this next song, and it's like this, and it's like, oh, when's he going to finish this? You know, I've never heard of this one before. You know, so you've got to keep the songs they know.
When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you're always there to lend a hand. And everything that I do, oh, that's the wonder, oh, the wonder of you, the wonder of you, whose garden dreams will not come true. When I go from rags to riches, my fate is up to you. Thank you very much.
My goodness.